Hello and welcome to another Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be taking a look at rolls inside of Final Cut Pro 10. Now this is actually going to lead on from my last tutorial on rolls, so make sure you go and check that out. And I don't mean rolls as in the bread, I mean rolls as in dedicated tasks or metadata that you are assigning to media inside of the Final Cut Pro 10 timeline. So just a quick recap. I'm very sorry. Just a quick recap. So, roles work a little bit like keyword collections in the event browser. You tag a clip or multiple clips with a keyword and then you can find them inside your event browser. Whereas, in the timeline, as a means to differentiate different kinds of media, maybe sound or video clips, instead of using tracks in previous track-based video editing programs, in Final Cut Pro 10 you're wanting to use roles to differentiate different media clips. For instance, you can see by calling up the roles menu by clicking on this button here and then going over to the roles tab, you can see we've got lots of different preset options, which is video, titles, b-roll, dialogue, music and effects. Now if you import audio clips from the event browser, they're automatically going to be tagged with the effects the effects role. If you import it from the music browser over here, then it's automatically going to assign it with the music tab. And if it's attached to a video clip, for instance this clip, it's automatically going to be attached, tagged with the dialogue role. And then video, obviously automatically video. Titles from the title browser are going to be tagged with titles, and b-roll is a custom tag that I created, and we're going to take a quick look at custom tags and how you can use them to extend the capabilities of rolls. So you can see that there are some highlighted blue colours on some of these rolls, and basically that is a minimize button. So if I unminimize the music and effects, you can see that it expands all the audio clips. Now this is really handy because let's say we're just going to work on the dialogue in the film, we can very quickly minimize the effects and the music and get them out of our way. So we're just working with these dialogue clips here and the ones on the main audio track, and then when we're working on music we can minimize the dialogue. You can see it also hides the dialogue inside the timeline, and then we can expand the music. Now, what if we want to specialise even further? You can see that this clip here, the title of the clip is Crescendo Andrew Seller. It's actually from the Video Copilot Pro Scores collection. What if we want to tag this with a crescendos role? Because we're actually going to be using quite a few crescendos throughout the film, and we want to perhaps preview the film later on without the crescendos and see what options we have going on. Well, we still want it to be tagged with effects because it is a sound effect, but we also want it to be tagged with crescendo. And you can see that if we go into the inspector by clicking on the eye, then going over to the info tab, we only get the option of one role. We can't choose multiple roles to tag it with. What we can do is go into the effects and choose edit roles, and then you can see we've got this option called sub roles. So you can see I've already created an audio role called crescendo, but like I was saying, we want it to still be tagged with the effect. So what we then do is click this plus button here to add a new sub role. So you can choose crescendo, or you can choose crazy sound effect, just for me give you an example of some of the stuff you can have. And then we're gonna choose the crescendo, press OK. Then in the info window, in the inspector, with this clip selected, we can click on the roles drop down box and choose crescendo, which is under the effects role, and then you can see that that is going to introduce another sub menu inside the roles menu over here on the left hand side of the screen. And then within this we can actually unminimize specific sub roles within clips. You can see all the other effects are minimized and just not the crescendos. we can unminimize them as well, and then we can just minimize the crescendos as well, so we can work on all the other sound effects whilst hiding the crescendos. So you can see very quickly this is going to become a very flexible system. Let's take this clip again, for example. This is a close-up. You can clearly tell that because, in fact, you could even class this as an extreme close-up if you wanted. So you can see it's tagged with video and dialogue. Any clip that has video and audio media can be assigned to an audio track, an audio roll and a video roll. So we're going to choose the close-up, which is under the video tab, and that's going to retain the dialogue audio roll because, like I was saying, it can have two. However, if we were to split the clip by right-clicking and choosing break apart clip items, you can see that now the video clip is just going to be assigned with the close-up, and now the audio clip is just going to be assigned with the dialogue. But let's just bring them two back together with Command Z. You can see that now over in our roll menu we have got close-up and other videos. So by clicking on one of these headings, you can see that we can actually highlight whichever roll we want to take a look at. So by clicking on the close-up header, you can see it's going to show us the only clip that is a close-up in the sequence. And then we can even choose this arrow button, this tick box, sorry, to turn that clip off. So you can see there is now nothing there. The dialogue will still be there because we haven't turned off the dialogue, but the actual video clip has been turned off. So, like I was saying about previewing the crescendo, you can see if we click on crescendo, we can see that's the only crescendo clip. If we turn that off, you can see there's no more crescendo. There's just noise. Now if we turn it back on, in fact it's very quiet until about this point anyway. And that's as much as I'm going to give away from my new short film called If Looks Could Kill, but you can see how we can use rolls to start to take the place of what was previously tracks. You would have maybe a dialogue track, a music track, a sound effects track, whereas you can see very quickly here this is far more flexible because everything just moves out the way of what you're working with. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon with a brand new Final Cut Pro 10 tutorial.